Hi, I'm Mel,
And I'm Janelle.
and this is the Murder Mamas.
Hello.
Hello.
I'm excited.
Janelle is pumped for this episode.
Pumped.
I'll let you tell what we're gonna do.
That's on brand.
Well, I know, but you're
I know.
like,
Okay, so the crash.
I did too.
No, I'm telling my gosh, if you're gonna let me tell, let me tell. So I watched the crash and then I was like, hey Mel, you have to watch this. And then also you need to watch these and these.
Mm-hmm.
And then you need to read all these other things and listen to all these phone calls. And then we need to talk about it.
Yeah,
And so she did all of those things,
I did.
which is surprising. One. No, I'm kidding. And so we are talking about the crash, but then we're also talking about, like, we're going to first outline all the events that happened and were displayed in the crash.
Yeah.
And then we will add in additional context and information
Mm-hmm.
that we gathered from the documentary on Hulu,
Mm-hmm.
which was called,
I don't know. I have killer cases, mean girl murders.
and then I think it was the killer cases, and it's
I
called,
didn't.
like,
I didn't write down
it's
the.
Hell on Wheels, and I want to
Yeah,
say it's like season. I can't remember
I didn't.
off
I
the top
didn't
of my
write
head.
down.
And then, but I know Mean Girls Murders, I think it's season 2, episode 12,
I
or it might
can.
be season 4,
I can put it
episode
in our
12.
notes.
Okay.
I don't know.
So we will talk about kind of all three, and then just our general thoughts
Yeah.
about this case.
And I don't
this.
know her thoughts, and she doesn't know my
Oh
thoughts.
yeah, we haven't discussed.
Yeah.
It'll be a surprise.
It'll be a surprise.
Hopefully it's not friendship writing. I have strong thoughts. No, it could not be. Okay. So in the crash, the opening scene, it's early, so it's 6:20 in the morning on Sunday. And what we're watching is the police arriving on scene to a car crash. A car is split in two
Yeah.
after hitting a brick building. Which I just want to point out, that's one strong ass building. That is a well engineered building.
It was a factory.
I know.
Yeah. So
Well engineered
yeah.
building.
Yeah.
So there are 3 occupants in the car. The driver's breathing but unconscious, and the other occupants were deceased.
Mhm.
Then we begin to learn about who the occupants in the car were. So the friend group was Mackenzie Sharilla,
Mhm.
and she's 17 years old. A girl named Rosie, who was 18. A boy named Davion, who was 19. A boy named Dom, who was 20. And then a boy named Bubba, who was 18.
Mhm.
And this friend group spent time together every day.
Yeah, they were super
always
close.
hung out.
Yeah.
They were very, very close. So Davion's described as like a goofy, fun guy. And if he's around, everyone's having a good time.
Yeah.
Mackenzie and Dom were in a relationship.
Mhm.
And they had been for 4 years at that point. Like, that's a long time to be in a relationship.
That makes her really young.
13. I mean, okay. I had my
If he's
first,
16, he was 16 then.
I mean, it depends on like when their birthdays are, but
I
like
know.
16 or 17. So I see a lot of that conversation, but I think that she was like to me, that doesn't feel predatory
Yeah.
because of who she presented herself as.
And as you said that, I just thought, like, Avery, she's 10.
Correct.
But, like, I don't see if she wanted, or a 16-year-old wanted to date her, I would be like, absolutely not. She's not ready for that.
Of course.
Yeah.
Because you're
Like,
raising her in a much different manner than
yeah.
Mackenzie.
Like, no, there was no way.
So I had my first boyfriend. He wasn't 3 years older than me, but I had my first boyfriend when I was 14.
Yeah.
And he was my boyfriend until I was 19.
Holy shit.
Most.
Wow.
Yeah. So,
Okay.
like a long time.
Yeah.
Anyways, and then the cop says, so then it like flashes back to more of the footage from the accident.
Yeah.
And you can overhear a cop saying, "This is the worst crash I've ever seen."
Yeah.
So Mackenzie was the one who was driving the car, and she is unconscious.
Mm-hmm.
Dom and Davion were dead on arrival, or like dead when they arrived. And they find marijuana and mushrooms in the car.
Mm-hmm.
Kenzie is life flighted to the hospital.
I can't believe she survived that.
I mean,
And she's like, okay. Like she doesn't have brain injury or she's not sitting in a hospital for the rest of her life. Like,
dude,
what the see these
that
pictures?
is
I was
an
like,
ad for seatbelts.
right?
Like,
Exactly. Yes. Oh my God. Yes.
and because I think we haven't talked about our theories yet,
Okay.
but like, I think people who do bad things deserve
Yeah.
to be held accountable for their bad things.
Yeah.
And I think that's why she lived.
Yeah. Probably.
That's my opinion.
Probably.
Anyways, so then we get to watch some body cam footage of the police telling Kenzie's parents that Dom was one of the other people in the car and he was dead. And this whole interaction I felt was so awkward.
Yeah.
Because the police are trying to like deliver this news to, and like it's early in the morning
Yeah.
on a Sunday to this girl's parents.
Yeah.
And he's trying to talk and he's like, there were other people in the car. And she's like, it's Dom. Is it Dom?
Yeah.
And just like over and over again. And I never want to say how someone needs to process grief or
Right.
like whatever. But then she like isn't sad, like does
No.
not appear to be sad. She just keeps asking him, are you joking? And he like, she says it so many times where he's like, stop.
Yeah.
Like the cop is like, ma'am, shut up.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah.
And then she also like never asks who was the other occupant.
No,
She doesn't
didn't.
ask any other questions.
No.
She just like fixates on Dom, and it was Dom and Dom and Dom. And then that's kind of it.
Yeah.
We don't watch, I mean, you don't get to see the whole
No.
footage
No,
in
no,
this
no.
clip,
No.
but like I didn't clock it as awkward this first time I watched it, but the second go around, I was like, wait a second.
Yeah.
This feels really fucking weird to
Yeah.
watch.
Yeah.
Like, if I were being delivered that news, I don't know that I would respond the same way.
No, I don't think I would, but
I mean, who knows? So then we get like the interview, the documentary interview is interviewing Kenzie's parents at this point. And her mom just says like, I was in disbelief. And they talk a lot about how close they were, how much they loved Dom, how in love Dom and Kenzie were, and that Dom was a part of the family, and they were talking about getting married, and they had they had moved in together, and they cooked with each other, and and then Kenzie's dad says something that I think makes him a little more human than the mom in this instance, where he says like he has a lot of guilt for feeling relieved or happy that his daughter's still alive,
right,
knowing that two other people will never, like two other families will never see their children again. Yeah. And I was like, wow, that's actually like
normal.
A normal human response.
Yeah.
It's the only one.
That's the only one. Yeah.
Entirety of this interview.
Yeah.
That's the only one.
They were more friends with Kenzie than I think anything. And the mom's name is Natalie and the father's name is Steve.
Oh yeah, I didn't write their names down. Thank you for that. And I think that another thing to touch on the friends point, and I want to say it's highlighted in the Mean Girls or I can't remember which one it's in, I'm sorry, but the assistant prosecutor is talking about how Mackenzie's posting all of these videos on her social medias and her mom is liking everyone. And I'll get into what the videos are. Yeah. But like,
oh yeah, they're both well aware of everything that goes on in her life. She documents it on Instagram and they all follow her.
Also have no idea of their daughter's true character.
Yeah. I don't think they really do.
It's this weird, like, cognitive dissociation. Like, I don't know. I can't think of the word.
I think you're right.
But it's like they have this idea of her, but then also see her doing all these things. But they're like, that's not really her. Yeah. It's just strange. Yeah. Then we get some body cam footage of Dom's dad getting the news that his son is dead. Yeah. And he's completely in shock. Yeah. And like the conversation that he has with the police, he's like, who are they? what, like how
Yeah.
many,
Yeah.
what happened. And he has like a ton of questions
Yeah.
on how it happened.
Right.
And they have like no answer.
No, they didn't know anything.
So he goes down to the crash site that same day
Mm-hmm.
and he noticed that there's no skid marks.
Yeah.
Like there's no tire tracks, there's nothing,
No.
which then raised even more questions for him because he's like, what happened that they would run into a building
Right.
and not try to stop?
Yeah.
There's a vigil held at the crash site and hundreds of people attend.
Yeah. Because nobody at this point is thinking like murder or anything. This is just a horrible crash that happened.
Yeah. Well, like the police at this point haven't even talked to Kenzie.
No.
They haven't invested, like the investigation hasn't started. They think it's a car accident.
Right. Yeah.
And that it's just like a terrible accident or someone was on drugs or like that's the cause of it.
Yeah.
So all these people attend this vigil at the crash site. And then we get to learn a little bit about Davian because most of it's talking about Dom and Kenzie. Yeah. And we find out that Davian was adopted from foster care as a child. And Davian's dad and his dad in here says that they were really hoping and praying that Kenzie would be okay.
Yeah.
Like at this point.
At this point.
I have to cough.
Yeah. They don't have any reason to believe that she would do something like this. So they're like, this is an accident. Like, we need to band together and make sure everybody's okay.
And I just really got the sense from all three of them listening to Davian's family that they are very like good-hearted.
Yeah.
Just like salt of the earth people. I don't know how else to describe it. Like you can tell that they're very genuine.
Yeah.
And
well, they have 3 adopted children. Right?
Not that, yeah.
No, but I'm just saying, like, they open their home, like, they're good people.
They just seem like very good parents and good people.
Yeah.
So then the next person we meet is the assistant prosecutor, and his name is Tim Trout.
Mm-hmm.
And he says, this is without a doubt the most significant case I've ever worked.
Now, somewhere I thought I heard or read that the detective on the scene, that was like his first.
He was a newer detective. That is correct.
Okay.
So he's not a detective, though.
Oh,
he's the prosecutor.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So
we'll get,
Strongsville PD, they called in the prosecutor to work alongside them in the investigation, which I thought was like a good thing to do.
Mm-hmm.
And Tim is very dedicated to getting justice for any victims of potential crimes in this crash. He's like, I don't know if there's one, but like if there is, I will not stop until there's justice.
Right.
Which is great.
Yeah.
So he describes how the interior of the car exploded and that the primary impact was to Dom's side of the car.
Mm-hmm.
Kenzie had her seatbelt on, but she was like wedged. Her upper body was wedged under the passenger seat. And Dom was kind of like laying back a little bit. And Davion was laying on top of him.
Yeah.
And neither of them had a seatbelt on.
No.
So he's just describing what he saw at the crash site. So the day after the crash, the police go to the hospital to question Kenzie.
Yeah.
She was in surgery, but like essentially all of that first day. She's in surgery. She's recovering from surgery.
Yeah.
So Kenzie ends up having a broken femur, 3 broken ribs, a lacerated liver, a lacerated kidney. She broke like her upper arm bone, which I don't know the name of. And it also like tore her tricep off.
Yeah.
Which is fucking brutal.
Right. I mean, there's no doubt she had injuries.
Yeah. And then her carotid artery.
Yeah.
On both
sides. Yeah.
I didn't realize there was.
I didn't.
Had damage from like her spine and her neck twisting. Like,
there's no doubt.
Yeah. Very injured.
Yeah.
Well, at this point, too, her parents had not yet told her that Dom was dead.
Yeah, she doesn't know yet.
She did not know. So the police come and they're like trying to question Kenzie. And Kenzie's parents are like, we're going to get a lawyer, but like, you can have access to her phone.
Yeah.
There's a detective who meets with Kenzie at some point while she's in the hospital.
Yeah.
And he's the new detective, like you were saying. And you can listen to his It's mentioned in the Mean Girl Murders one.
Okay.
I think, right?
Yeah, one of them.
Yeah. One of them mentions it where you get to listen. And so he goes and he's talking to Kenzie as she's in the hospital. And he's like asking some questions about what happened and
Yeah.
what she remembers. And she's like, I don't remember anything. And she's like, can I ask my mom something?
Mm-hmm.
And just starts speaking in like gibberish.
Right.
Unintelligible gibberish. So her and her mom have a secret
It's
language.
like a Pig Latin, but like it's not Pig Latin. It's something else.
Yeah.
It's an actual language.
I don't know what it's called.
I forget. I should have written it down. But yeah, they were talking about when I was just Googling about it. Yeah, it's an actual language.
Okay.
So like.
So her and her mom speak in this language.
Yeah.
To be able to speak in code.
Yeah.
In front of the police.
Mm-hmm.
And the assistant prosecutor in the other video, like the shorter one, he talks about how they say the word like seizure.
Yeah.
And so essentially what they think Kenzie is doing is she's asking her mom if it's okay if she just says that she had like a seizure or something.
Yeah.
And that's what caused it.
Yeah.
A stroke or a seizure or something.
Mm-hmm.
And the Netflix one, Crash, does not touch on this at all.
It's a
huge point and detail. And I have to question, like, why would you leave something like that out? That's
a pretty big thing to leave out.
Are they farting?
I don't know. They smell it, right?
One of them just farted. It's you, Lady Bird.
Yeah, that's a huge. Like, you didn't do your job. I don't know.
Well, and in Crash, we're listening to jailhouse phone calls between Kenzie and her mom, and there's a lot of phone calls.
Yeah.
Where they're speaking this language to each other.
Yeah.
Or Kenzie will speak it so the people around her don't know what she's saying, or they speak to each other so the people who are listening don't know what they're saying.
But it's an actual language, so they're going to figure it out, was my point earlier.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So, like, go ahead and do that, little girl. But we know the language. What is it? I forget. But it's an actual language, like Pig Latin, but not Pig Latin.
Yeah, there was some.
So, like, you can figure out. The dad, when I was watching True Crime this week, the dad was interviewed and he was like, that's something that, how the gypsies communicate with each other, their talk, whatever their.
Romani or something?
No, it was something else, but that's what it was. And so the mom's family was really into that and gypsy lifestyle. And it like went back.
Wait, Kenzie's dad said this?
Yes. That the mom's parents and like grandparents and all that, her whole family's like into gypsies. And so they learned that language as a young, she learned it as a young child and then taught it to Kenzie when she started talking. And then they were like, well, did you ever start doing it, to the father? And he's like, nah, I never learned that. So, it's an actual language that you can figure out.
Yeah.
What they're saying.
I mean, there's like linguistic experts for all kinds of things.
Yeah.
Like
this Mackenzie is not outsmarting anybody.
I have a point about that I'll get to later regarding her parents.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to move on. So anyways, the point we're making is that there's stuff that's left out of all three of these that intersect in different ways. And it's really frustrating to have to watch 3 different videos to try and form an opinion. So
yeah, it's hard to get a feeling of what I actually felt about her because I learned different things in different episodes. And I don't know.
And then like everything over social media is the whole other side of this too.
Oh yeah.
Then we're hearing from Kenzie's parents again. And Kenzie lived with Dom.
Yeah. 17. 20.
She is a 17-year-old living with a 20-year-old. She lived with him.
Yeah. It's not good.
Lived.
I think it was after high school or during high school.
I want to say that I saw on social media somewhere that she moved in January while she was still in high school.
Okay. Yeah.
She lived with him.
Okay.
That is not what parents allow 17-year-olds.
No. That actually didn't.
Oh, it didn't register at all? Okay. Her dad says that it was fine because she was so mature and responsible. And then talks about, too, how Kenzie likes things and that Dom is able to give her lavish gifts and designer things.
Yeah.
And did anyone question how a 20-year-old boy
Yeah.
was living in his own home
Yeah.
and had money to afford designer things and lavish gifts?
Yeah. And food and electricity and everything that goes along with home ownership, and then feeding your girlfriend as well, like,
And drugs.
and drugs.
Like, they smoked a ton of weed.
They smoked a ton of weed. I was like, damn, girl.
So it's like,
Yeah. Where's that money coming from? And he didn't have a job, right? They were like specifically said he didn't have a job. And one of them, I don't remember if it was the crash, but I was like, okay. So you're just gonna be like, oh, bye, baby girl, have fun. Yeah.
so then they say that Kenzie remembers waking up, leaving the house, like they were at a house party.
Yeah.
Leaving that house, turning on the street, the accident happened, and then she just develops total amnesia.
Yeah.
Which is like really convenient.
It is, but I would like to counterpoint that and say that the brain does do stuff like that to you so that you don't remember bad things. So like if she doesn't actually remember the accident, I tend to believe her. She probably doesn't remember it.
I would say, okay, like you don't remember the impact and
Yeah.
what happened after the impact.
Yeah.
Where you sat in a car with two dead people,
Right.
essentially for 45 minutes because it was 5 a.m.
Yeah.
on a Sunday in a business park. Why are you driving through a business park that's not near your house?
Right. So I don't believe that she remembers any of that.
I don't believe she remembers after the accident, but I believe that she remembers her actions leading up to it.
Probably.
That
Yeah.
is what I believe.
Yeah.
And she remembers the horrifying last few seconds in that car.
Yeah.
That's my opinion.
Yeah.
And I am a random lady from Texas.
Mhm.
So take it with a grain of salt. But I think she's a fucking liar.
Yeah.
Davion's family is very suspicious
Yeah.
of the amnesia. I think his dad says specifically, like, that's really convenient.
Yeah.
A few days after the crash, two of Davion's friends go to the police station and they're like, hey, we can give you some information because we tracked each other
Yeah.
on Life 360, which I thought was really cute.
Yeah.
And they give the Life 360 data of his location,
Mm-hmm.
that he was using his phone or not,
Yeah.
and how fast the vehicle was traveling
Yeah.
to the police. So they see that this vehicle is traveling over 90 miles per hour.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, that's weird.
Yeah.
Like,
why is she going that fast?
but they're still thinking that it's like drug related or
Yeah.
something. Or like, I think mostly they're thinking it's drug related
Yeah.
at that point. And so then Kenzie's blood is sent to a lab out of state for testing
Mm-hmm.
because they're trying to test for psilocybin,
Mm-hmm.
which is like the ingredient in mushrooms.
Yeah.
To see if that is what happened.
Because
Like,
there were mushrooms
on her.
and weed found
On her.
on her. Yeah.
Yes. Kenzie's phone is filled with evidence showing her, I mean, it's showing her using weed, mushrooms, like a ton of videos of her smoking and driving, smoking in her room, taking bong rips in her closet. Like,
I'm so glad I didn't live during that area. I mean, this was just a few years ago, but like grew up during that time.
like,
Not
I
lived
think
in
you
the
were
area.
alive.
No, like grew up.
Yes.
We didn't take pictures of anything.
Yeah. Did you post them on social media?
No. And I never had a MySpace. That just blew right by me. Like,
Yeah.
I wasn't at that age group.
Yeah.
So, like, yeah, I'm so glad that shit. I mean, she had a ton of stuff. And I'm like, and her parents are liking the pictures and the videos that she's
Her
posting.
mom was liking all of it.
Yeah.
So Kenzie's dad says, this is a direct quote, I don't have a problem with her smoking. I don't have a problem with me smoking. I don't have a problem with you smoking. If you are going to do it, if you are going to take a drug, that's the one I believe you should take.
I agree.
I also agree. I don't think so, but I'm not going to condone and watch a video of my child smoking while driving in a car and being like, I like that.
No, I would never.
Absolutely not.
No, I would never say that, but like, and I don't really believe, like, I don't want my kids doing any type of drugs,
Yeah.
but if they are, weed would be my choice of them to start.
I personally, like, I would choose none,
Well, I would choose none too.
but I can, like, I don't get to make that choice for them
No, you
down the
don't.
road, you know?
Yeah. So, but you can guide them by saying drugs are wrong and bad and not liking their posts when they're smoking a blunt while they're driving their car.
I just think that that answer from him is a way to excuse her behavior,
Yeah.
which we know is a pattern.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
We'll get there. So Davion's parents, though, they disapproved his videos. His parents are like, hey, man, like, you got to stop doing that. They're having some fights about him staying out late and things like that. And so his dad says that he tore his ACL and his UCL 4 games into his senior season of football, which ended all of his football dreams. They were like, it's done.
Yep.
You can't go to college for this. Like, you're done. You can't play football anymore.
That sucks.
And that starts him hanging around with this new crowd.
Mm-hmm.
And Davion's dad says specifically, show me your friends and I'll show you your future.
Yeah.
That's what he used to say to Davion.
Yeah.
So sad.
Yeah.
The night before the crash, Kenzie, Dom, and Davion, they go to a party, and Kenzie and Rosie, who I talked about before, who was like her best friend.
Yeah. Well, friend / influencer friend. They met
Yeah,
through being an influencer. Is that not in the crash?
it is.
Okay.
It's in the crash.
Okay. Yeah.
Because Rosie has 200,000 followers.
Million or something.
At that time, it was like
Oh,
200,000.
Yeah. Yeah. And so,
Random girl from Ohio?
I know.
What?
And like Mackenzie really wanted to be like that. So they became friends and started doing their TikToks together or whatever. Instagram. They didn't do TikTok. I don't know. Yeah. So Mackenzie was like, really liked her because she wanted to be like her.
Which I wonder if she was using her.
Oh, yeah. She was.
Yeah.
100%.
So Kenzie and Rosie are talking about doing mushrooms, though. Like, they're texting about it.
Mm-hmm.
And also, I'm like, she's driving to this party. She's literally texting and driving.
Right.
I could not stop thinking about it the whole time. And so they're talking about doing mushrooms, and Rosie also asks if they can still buy from Dom that night.
Yeah.
I'm like, buy what? Buy what?
By the way.
Would you like to buy some drugs? Rosie refused to cooperate with the police in an interview. She would not interview with them. She said, they're just going to try to get me to track down the next drug dealers. I'm like, oh, what? What are you talking about?
She's paranoid.
Dude, she's so paranoid. So the assistant prosecutor is like, I tried to get Rosie in for an interview. I'm really curious. I'm so interested. Yeah. I'm glad she talked to you guys. I'm really interested to see what she's going to say.
Yeah, but that's weird. She did not talk to the cop, but she was on the documentary.
Yeah.
So
there's probably a lot more followers.
Yeah.
Anyways, so the group decides not to do shrooms because it was too late when Kenzie, Dom, and Davion arrived, which was around midnight.
Yeah.
And they even said Kenzie wasn't smoking that night because she was on a smoke break because she was coughing up black or bloody mucus.
It's like, what the fuck? Girl.
So then Rosie's telling us that Kenzie was asleep by 3 a.m. and that the whole group had plans for the next day. They really peppered in a lot about how many plans for the future they had.
Yeah.
And Bubba, who is Rosie's boyfriend, who I talked about before, he offered to take Davion home because they had plans to like fix his car.
Yeah.
And Davion was like, oh no, man, like I'm going to go with them because I want to shower and sleep for a little bit.
Yeah. Ugh.
And so then they hug, and Davion told Bubba he loved him.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Yeah, it is weird.
So then Kenzie and Davion and Dom, they leave this house around 5:30 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
And then Strongsville PD gets evidence from business surveillance cameras on the street that is like right outside. Mm-hmm. And you can see then like a forensic I don't know, some guy
Yeah.
is like breaking down everything.
Yeah.
And he's like, you see the car traveling southbound. It makes a controlled right turn, even signals,
Slow down,
slows, complete control.
makes a
Like,
turn.
it's not crazy.
No.
No one's hooping or hollering out of the
No, it's just a
windows.
regular car driving down the road.
The car goes about a half mile, and then there's a slight bend in the road. And based on his calculations from these different videos, you're watching it, it travels around 97.8 miles per hour through the stretch of road leading up to the crash. Her blood test results come back and it showed THC.
Yeah.
There's no alcohol or psilocybin in her system at all.
No. And THC could have been from like
he said that based on the evidence in her phone, she is she is used to driving under the influence of THC.
Yeah.
So that would not have impacted her at all. So this is how they determined that. Now the crash is not caused due to any sort of impairment in her driving.
Right.
They do find like a fuzzy Prada slipper under the gas pedal. So then they start a full forensic inspection of the vehicle and crash. And they're trying to see if there's a mechanical error. So like even at this point, they're not like, she did this on purpose. No. Like they're really exhausting every other avenue for the cause of this crash.
Right. They are.
A few days after the accident, Kenzie has a brand ask to use one of her Instagram posts in their marketing, like on their website or whatever.
Yeah. Which is huge for Instagram influencers.
Sure.
Quote unquote.
Sure. Kenzie's mom responds, and this is the exact quote. Are we ready? Thank you for this amazing opportunity. Exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point. Hello. This is her mother. She would love it if you would use that. She's actually been trying to contact you guys for PR email. Exclamation point. It was a tragic accident, and she did not purposefully mean to put an end to any of her close friends' life. This is just as painful as it is for her, as it is for everybody else, or maybe even a little bit more painful. Red heart.
Now, did the person ask about the crash?
I don't think so.
It was just a PR firm wanting to use her picture.
It's so weird.
And then she takes it to that.
Yes. Which is like something a not guilty person would do, right?
Yeah.
Your face right now.
I just don't understand. I was like, did I miss something?
You didn't. I watched that scene about 3 times.
Where they asked about her. And then I was like, and she just gave up all that?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
It's weird. Which is like probably because there was news about it.
Yeah.
And so she's like, I have to PR back.
Right.
Because they won't want to use her if there's like if there's like that PR surrounding her. Like it's like this very
they all think about it's an Instagram way of thinking or whatever it's called. I don't know.
So then Kenzie responds to this as well, which is also weird. Why is your mom responding and you responding?
Right.
Thank you for the comment. I would love to work with you guys. I've been emailing you guys a lot. Exclamation point, exclamation point. Such a great opportunity. Thank you. Also, neither of them used a fucking period. Which really annoyed me writing this out.
You're like, period. Start a new sentence.
The longest run-on sentence I've ever seen. So then Kenzie sends a DM to Davion's little sister. And she's like, hi, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. Like, she's trying to clear her conscience with her.
Yeah.
And I loved his little sister. She was a whole vibe.
Yeah.
She was like, I didn't feel the need to honor her with a response.
Right.
Okay,
girl, I see.
And then she was like, I didn't like Kenzie. I went to the same school as Kenzie. I'm younger than her. I was in a different grade than her. Yeah. And I told Davion exactly how I felt about her privately.
Yeah.
And then we learned that there's all kinds of people at this school, like people commenting on social media that are like, oh, that's the person who told me to kill myself. And that's the person who told me to do all these terrible things. And they bullied me and all these people.
Yeah.
And basically that like Kenzie is not this just normal 17-year-old high school girl. Like she's a mean girl bully.
She's a mean girl bully. Who thinks highly of herself.
Yeah, like she thought that she was way better than everybody else.
Yeah.
Although they did say how she only brought a purse to school. And I was like, that's kind of my fun. But like, I'm not going to give her any credit.
No.
But like,
yeah,
it's like a really cunty move. Also tells me how serious of a student you were.
Right.
So then we start to learn about Kenzie's school record. And this is Tim talking to us. He's the assistant prosecutor.
Yeah.
And so her school record shows incident after incident after incident, like countless incidents of Kenzie being a bully, having no respect, being rude, disrespectful, just all kinds of things to teachers, fellow students. Like she was really aggressive.
Yeah.
People didn't want to interact with her because she would like pop off and scream at them.
Yeah.
Like she was an entitled brat.
Yeah.
For like an entitled brat.
Yeah.
So,
and I don't think this is like when she goes off and I don't think that's a mental illness. I think she really is just an entitled brat who has never been told no in her life.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with her other than the fact that she's a narcissist, but like
and a murderer.
But I mean, like nothing else. You know what I mean? Like, there's no excuse to have that. She's just a flat out brat.
So the assistant prosecutor says that this behavior in the school record is indicative of someone without a lot of adult oversight.
No shit.
Which is like the understatement of a century, my guy. Kenzie's parents come on the screen and I'm like, I've had enough of both of you. I've had enough of both of you. And we are like, I don't know, 30 minutes in at this point. Like, Jesus. So they're like, have we made mistakes? Are we perfect parents? No, of course we're not perfect. No one's a perfect parent. Blah, 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 blah. Kenzie's dad said that there was an incident. So then we get told that there's this incident. It's like the day before school ends or something, and Kenzie gets suspended. I'm like, girl, you can't just fucking keep it together for one day.
Right.
She gets suspended for the last day of school. Her dad goes to the school, and the way he talks about this, he goes, yeah, I had to go pick her up. I had to leave work to go pick her up from school. Like the school calling to discipline her is such an inconvenience to him.
Yeah.
Like, what?
Yeah.
It was like this weird framing. So he pulls up to the school, walks in, she's crying. And he asks her, did you do it? And she goes, no. And he goes, this is a direct quote. Good enough for me. Let's go. And walked out because he, quote unquote, knows when my daughter is lying.
Yeah.
So her parents would offer continual excuses. There was an endless well of excuses for any of bad behavior.
Yeah.
And that she would walk away from these negative interactions at school, and her parents would give her more freedom, less consequences.
Yeah.
Her actions are completely excused away.
Yeah.
There's no accountability. There's no growth. There's no parenting.
No, none. Insane.
Do they have other kids?
She has a sister.
Does she?
They chose to keep her out of the spotlight, which I was like, good for you, because I couldn't find anything on her.
Are they also rating her too, though?
I don't know.
Or was Kenzie like the golden child?
Yeah.
And then her mom says here, she wasn't really a bad kid, so she didn't need any punishment.
She sells drugs. She does drugs.
She's also like a prostitute.
Yeah.
Did you see that?
Yeah.
Like, she let someone fuck her feet.
Yeah. And then...
Which is a sentence I never thought I would say.
No. And a bully. And, yeah. How did she not need discipline?
I mean, I've heard stories about people who are like, my perfect angel can never do anything wrong. And I never thought that was, like, true.
Right.
But like, it's true.
But they think that.
And we just watched her kill 2 people.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
So the forensic auto investigation comes back and they find that all the mechanical systems in the car were working properly.
Mm-hmm.
He says that he also believed the slipper is stuck to the floorboard, not because it went under the gas pedal and was like causing anything, but because the car, like the impact closed around the slipper. Yeah. So it was from the crash, not the cause of the crash. Right. In their professional opinion. Yeah. So the black box data of the car, the EDR, there is about 5 seconds of data that's recorded leading up to the crash. And this is what it finds. There is 100% acceleration for all 5 seconds. The brake was never engaged, not for a single moment. There was no attempt to slow, of course. 3 seconds before the crash, there was steering movement. First right, then left, then a hard right. The car is then shifted from drive to neutral, then back to drive. And then the crash occurred. And I think, similarly to the assistant prosecutor, Tim, that the boys were trying to save themselves. Yeah. They knew what was going to happen and they just couldn't do it. And the last few minutes of them, seconds of them in that car, they were awake, aware, and watching their life end. Yeah. And that's fucking horrific. It is. And I also think that she had herself buckled on purpose. Oh, yeah. She knew. Because she posts, like we said, she posts a ton of videos of her driving while smoking. And not a single one of them, if you watch, is she buckled. Yeah. She never wore her seatbelt. So they must not have that beeping thing that you don't put your seatbelt on. She probably just turns the music up. God, I was like, that fucking thing is so annoying. Because I bet they took their seatbelts off. Wow. To try and stop, like to get up. Yeah. To try to stop her from doing whatever she was doing. Yeah. It's so sad. It's so sad. So that's what the AP thinks as well. He says that he thinks they're trying to save their lives and stop the crash, and that the evidence shows that it's not an accident. So now they're like, all right, it's murder. Yeah. Like, now they realize they have to build a case to show some sort of intent that she murdered them. Yeah. One of Dom's friends is questioned by police, and he comes in and he explains how Kenzie is like always really disrespectful to Dom. I didn't catch his name. I don't remember it. I don't know. But he talks about how one time they're at the fair and like Dom got a phone call. So he's trying to take this phone call and Kenzie's like, I want to go on the ride right now. Right. And she's a brat. She's such a brat. And he's like, I need to take this phone call. Yeah. And then like comes back and kicks him. Yeah. And like is rude to him. And then they go to like a candy shop and she's like, you better buy me shit right now. Yeah. They didn't have the best relationship. That is the understatement of the century, my dude. So Kenzie tells people, this boy tells the police that Kenzie tells people she did voodoo on Dom. So he cannot break up with her. Right. Because this friend says Dom wanted to end things. Yeah. And he's not the only one who says that. No. So many notes. It's really do. It's so much. So in reviewing text, the prosecutor Tim finds that they were kind of like hot and cold. So they went from like super in love to fighting. Right. And that was their cycle. Yeah. Because there's 7. Yes. But also like, because I think she could feel Dom growing distant. Yeah. And was becoming increasingly more clingy. Yeah. Which is normal. For a 17-year-old girl. Yep. Dom got caught cheating on her in the beginning of their relationship. So one of her friends is like, she just never trusted him again. Like, you trust him enough to fucking stay with him for 4 years. Right. So, like, I reject that, by the way, that whole, that was the reason. Right. Like, I think she was extremely controlling. Oh, yeah, for sure. For sure. And Dom realized way too late. Yeah. Well, and then Dom's family is like, he's very goal-oriented. He traded crypto. Yeah. He was going to make it no matter what. And he was getting an LLC to sell vapes and
Yeah. I'm like, okay.
a fashion line or something like
So many things, so many different things that he was going to be in. I'm like,
Dom was a drug dealer.
drug dealer is what comes down to it.
I mean, allegedly.
Sure.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Can I say allegedly?
Allegedly. I don't want to speak ill of the dead. Yeah.
So Dom's dad and sister, I was really sad for them because they talk about how they tried to help her after the accident. Like they were in this frame of mind where she just killed the person she loved the most in the world.
Right.
Well, like that person just died tragically in an accident.
Yeah.
They don't think that she like
Killed him.
but not murdered.
Yeah.
And they have a lot of empathy for her and feel bad. And so Dom would, but Dom's mom refused to talk to Kenzie because they live next door to Dom's mom.
Yeah.
And so Dom's mom knew a lot.
Yeah.
That they didn't know. The dad and sister didn't know. And the other family too was like, hey, she did this shit on purpose. Like, why are you still talking to her?
Right.
And I mean, they show like the dad at the grave holding like those little paranormal stick things, spelling the word love.
Yeah.
Not sure I believe that.
Yeah.
Okay. So like he was trying to be there for her through her grief, which I thought was really generous.
It is very generous.
And then in September of 2022, Angelo, who is Dom's brother, he meets with detectives and shines like a whole new light on things.
Yeah.
He says that Dom was trying to break up with her in July. And this accident happened July 31st, 2022.
Yeah.
And says that Dom would regularly have to call Kenzie's mom to come get her from their house because she was acting quote unquote crazy. He was trying to he was breaking up with her.
Yeah.
Like,
because she's 17 living with her boyfriend and she doesn't know how to do that because her brain's not developed because she's 17.
And he says Kenzie would say, if I have to let Dom go, I won't go on living myself.
Yeah.
And I believe that.
Yeah. Sure.
2 weeks before the crash, Dom calls his mom to say Kenzie was driving erratically and he needed help.
Yeah.
His mom sends her friend, Chris Hench.
Yeah. I don't know.
Maybe the whole family's in on it.
Maybe.
Chris tells detectives. So he gets called into the police and he gladly goes. And he tells detectives that he's trying to find them on this freeway. I'm like,
I know.
What is happening?
Bogus story.
And he can hear Kenzie saying on the phone because he's trying to find them.
Yeah.
Don, where are you? I'll crash this car right now.
Yeah.
And so the police are like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
That means she has established prior calculation.
Right.
Which I want to talk on this for a second because I know one of the other documentaries mentioned how her cell phone had pinged. Like she had been in this area.
Yeah.
2 days before?
Something like
I
that.
think it was like 2 days before.
Yeah.
She did not live near this area.
No.
Like I mentioned, why are you driving on this road?
It's
5:30 in the morning.
It's empty and it's industrial.
It's an industrial park.
There's nobody there.
They did say that people would cut through it.
Yeah, but I mean,
why would you need to cut through it at 5:30 in the morning on a Sunday?
Yeah.
There's going to be no traffic.
No. Yeah.
So that didn't make any sense to me.
That didn't make any sense to me.
And then one of the, I think it was the Hulu one, the killer cases. The police is saying how like he was trying to speed, one of the first responders, he was trying to speed to the scene.
Yeah.
But because the road is in such poor condition, he didn't feel safe going any higher than 55 miles per hour on that road while speeding there with his lights on.
Yeah.
And he was like, I was going to lose control of the car because there's so many potholes and it's so uneven.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, Ohio, and your bad roads.
Hey, have you seen our roads?
So it just like doesn't make any sense.
No.
And I thought it was weird too that the Netflix one left that out.
Yeah.
Like,
they left out a lot.
Did it matter? Does it not matter? Because
Right.
to me, that feels important
It does.
for establishing like a prior calculation.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Because those are like
I wouldn't even say motive so much as like premeditating it.
premeditated. Yeah.
Like,
and that's the difference between murder and manslaughter. So, that's a huge piece to put in your documentary.
and they just like left all of it out.
All of it. Yeah.
For what purpose?
I don't know.
I know. So she gets arrested on 11/4/2022. She's getting her mom gets pulled over, bringing her home from physical therapy.
Yeah.
That's a lot of physical therapy.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, she's like, fucking fine. No, I don't understand. You see this car and I don't know how she's not in a wheelchair, like brain dead.
So she gets arrested for aggravated murder ×2.
Mm-hmm.
And I kind of thought it was interesting that the local community, like online, was like, thank God she deserves.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Kenzie gets tried as an adult despite being 17 at the time of the accident.
She was almost 18.
I know.
So.
And that's why.
Mm-hmm.
And the trial is set for August of 2023.
Yeah.
So now they interviewed Kenzie, and she comes in from prison. And she says she still has no memory of the accident or the moments leading up to it.
Yeah. Which again, I don't know.
She also says she isn't innocent because she was involved in a crash that killed 2 people, but that she was not a murderer.
Right.
She really wanted to say she wasn't a murderer.
Yeah.
Okay. So then her trial starts, and it's August 7th, 2023. Kenzie chose to have a bench trial.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
which the judge is the one who...
Yeah, thank you for describing it. Why would you ever choose that?
No, I wouldn't.
I really want to be there to understand the decision that she would make, like, with her defense attorney.
Yeah, he did that wrong. 100%.
Okay, did you watch any of his... I mean, yes, you did. Like, him in the courtroom.
Mm-hmm.
He did such a bad job.
Mm-hmm. He was horrible.
I don't know how much he cost, but...
No. Mm-mm.
Not good.
No.
And also, I think she's indefensible. Like, I think he was trying his best.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, he's got nothing going for him.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Opening statements. The prosecutor 10, assistant prosecutor. Oh, you scared me so bad when you looked at that screen.
It's 55 minutes.
Oh, shit. It's going to be a long one.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry. He shows the accident surveillance footage during his opening statements at trial.
Mm-hmm.
And the sound this car makes is like a fucking missile.
You can see it flying down the road. You don't see the actual crash.
I mean, no. Like, you don't see it in the distance.
Yeah, but you don't see, like,
But, like, you can hear it.
Yeah.
And it's like...
Yeah.
Like,
it's insane.
Like a roller coaster or something. Mm-hmm. I can't... A missile. Like, it's wild.
Yeah.
It is something I've never heard before.
Right.
Davion's dad talks about how they would tell them, like, hey, this is what we're going to talk about. This is what we're going to show. Mm-hmm. And Davion's mom, during a break, she, like, went to the bathroom and vomited because of the, like, her reaction to that.
Yeah.
I really felt for his family specifically.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
And up until that video and this everything from, like, opening statements, Dom's mom or dad and sister were still supporting Kenzie because they thought that it was, like, drug related.
Yeah.
Nobody had told them.
Yeah.
Kenzie's parents hadn't told, like, nobody. Mm-mm. They just lied.
Yeah.
And they were even sitting next to Kenzie's parents on this day. Could you imagine?
No.
For a year, you're like, hey, you know what? She really loved him.
Mm-hmm.
It's, like, heartbreaking.
Yeah.
So then we get to hear Rosie talk about how she wouldn't kill herself. I'm only mentioning this because, one, it's in the documentary and that's what we're talking about. And also because she said she wouldn't do it because she had a really cute designer outfit planned to wear on her birthday.
Yeah. She did seem like the kind of girl that wouldn't do something like that, though. Like, she was sure of herself. She was confident. She was, I don't know.
I don't think so.
Really? I don't see it in her.
I do. I do.
Okay.
And I'll tell you why.
Okay.
But at first, I want to mention how one of our other friends said she wouldn't do it because she loved herself a lot.
Yeah.
And she wouldn't even eat a McChicken at McDonald's.
Yeah.
Like, the same girl who's coughing up blood and black mucus
Yeah.
loves herself so fucking much she won't eat a McChicken.
Yeah.
There's no words. There's no words.
No.
So my theory, do you want to hear my personal theory
I do.
before we get into it? My personal theory that I developed after reading like a gazillion things on Netflix and all of these like transcripts and all these text messages, I think she lost it. I think she went into a rage because Dom was like, I'm done.
Yeah.
And I also heard that he thought she was going to do this. I don't know if that's true. And that he was begging Davion to go with them because he thought that that would stop her.
Yeah.
And again, don't know if that's true.
Yeah.
But I think that she did not plan on living.
Right.
I think she thought that she was going to die too. And it was very much a I don't want to say a split decision, like a last minute decision, but it was very much her way of being like, if I can't have him, nobody can.
Right.
And I refuse to live with him without him.
Right.
I genuinely think
that's like that
the
too.
case.
And Davion just happened to be damaged.
Cargo in the backseat.
Cargo in the backseat.
Yeah, that's so fucking sad.
That's horrible. Yeah.
So fucking sad. So then Kenzie gets back on my screen. I'm like, I am so tired of listening to you and your fake ass accent, girl. Like, and she's like, the crash is caused by a medical emergency. That is what she thinks. And if you're like, wow, that's weird. We've been talking about this for an hour.
Yeah.
And you haven't mentioned a medical condition once.
No.
I would say, wow.
Yeah.
I also think that's really weird.
Yeah.
Like, you wouldn't have mentioned it in the hospital?
Yeah.
Really just so perplexing.
Yeah.
So she says it's caused by POTS.
Yep.
Because she has POTS. And, you know, because famously, the condition that makes you faint when you stand up also happens when you've been sitting in a car for a long time.
Yeah. Yeah. No.
Maybe that's not what POTS is in its entirety.
No, I mean, I'm sure
like,
there's other things, but
pretty sure like
it's when you get up.
Primarily it's the thing, right?
You just don't black out while you're sitting down.
I don't know a lot about it.
I don't either, but I know that's not what happens.
Yeah. So on the stand, then we go back to the court case. On the stand, her mom is being questioned. And they're saying like, hey, even though she had this POTS diagnosis, you took her to the DMV or BMV or whatever the hell they called it.
Right.
To get her license. You did not disclose this because you can't have a license.
You can have a license with POTS.
With POTS, but like with those like seizures.
Yeah.
And
seizures
those kinds of things.
Yeah.
So with POTS, I know you can, but I think you still have to disclose it as like a medical condition on the back.
Maybe.
Like you have to do with glasses.
I mean, probably, yeah.
I don't know. So her mom's like back and forth with could be.
Yeah.
Could be. Like, dude,
Yeah.
Your mom, I hate you. Hate this lady.
Yeah.
And the prosecutor says that there was no professional that like an expert, a doctor, anyone who elaborated on that defense.
No.
This was a defense that was
made up
by Kenzie and her mom. And I don't even think her lawyer like believed it.
No.
So the other thing on this too is had there been a real blackout or like medical emergency, you would not have been like again, she's driving 100 miles per hour on this road.
Yeah.
And she would not have been able to push the pedal, right? Like if you limp, you can't apply force.
And it was 100% pushed all the way down.
Or control steering.
Right.
And when asked about that, the documentary, she goes, I don't know.
Yeah.
You've had how many years to sit in jail and think about this? And all you can come up with is I don't know. Girl.
Yeah.
So then Dom's mom provides police with videos that Dom took days before the accident where he's recording a phone call that's happening with another phone.
Yeah.
And Kenzie is making these demands to him and speaking to him in a way that is disgusting. She's calling him a little bitch.
Yeah.
She's like, demanding he open the door to his house.
But she lived there.
Doesn't
I have a problem with that. If she were to call the cops, he would have been in trouble because he's locking her out of her house.
I mean,
You're not allowed to do that.
Sure, but is he locking her out, or did he say like we're done
I don't
and
know.
get out of here? Because we don't know what the
I don't
lead
know.
up to that was, right?
Yeah.
Like, did he say like, "Hey, this is over"? It didn't sound
But I
like
mean,
that.
if she lived with him, all of her stuff would still be in there, so he has to let her in a minute. I'm just saying,
Sure.
This is what popped into my head.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
she lives there. She has a right to go in the house.
Yeah, but if she's acting erratic and he's trying to say
Yeah.
like, "I'm trying to separate from you,"
Yeah.
you know, like,
Well, then he can leave the house and she can go in and do what she needs to do.
I think as the person on the deed, you
Yeah.
have a little more say than
Sure.
like
That's true.
this
But
squatter.
she's not a squatter.
I
She
know,
lived
I
there.
know, I know.
That's just my like certain opinions that I had that I was
Sure.
like, I don't know. Like I'd be pretty pissed too.
Yeah. I mean, I think you can be angry and you can also like to me it's a symptom of a greater
Yeah.
disrespect.
Right.
Right. Like you can be like, "Hey, you're being a stupid dick right now."
Yeah.
You know, but you can also see her in this video using all of her same tactics where like I'm gonna hurt myself, I'm gonna break in, demanding,
Yeah.
I'm gonna leave you. Like I'm like, this is like the playbook.
Yeah.
Where you can just see her going through her mental list of like the ways to manipulate him.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
Then she starts trying to break into the house.
Yeah.
Then there's closing statements. Her attorney's closing statements are awful. The AP during his, he calls David cargo in the back seat, which
Yeah. That was really bad.
I mean, it's effective though.
Yeah, it is. But man.
Because to her, that's kind of what he was.
Yeah, it's true. I don't disagree with him, but
so then the judge deliberates and she says the crash video shows purpose and intent, how she morphs from a responsible driver to hell on wheels. That's what she calls her. And so she finds her guilty of all counts.
All counts.
During sentencing, Kenzie gets 15 to life in concurrent sentences.
Concurrent.
That's what I said.
I know. I'm just saying, like, concurrent. She killed 2 different people. She should serve 15 for each one of them.
I don't understand the basis or the difference. I mean, like, I get the difference of it, so I don't have like a super strong opinion.
I had a strong opinion about that. I think they should equally get the same. Like, if you killed 10 people, you get 10 consecutive life sentences because each one of those life sentences is for that specific person.
Yeah.
That's the way I look at it.
So I wonder what the reasoning behind it.
I think it's because she was young and they didn't want to, like, she's not going to be getting out of prison anytime soon, but she could essentially be out in 15 years and start a family of her own. So that's why I think they should be served. So then she would have had to serve at least 30 years.
Yeah. Like a minimum of 30.
A minimum of 30, yeah.
Yeah, I wonder what the reasoning, like from the judges behind that. It didn't go into that, but that's a good point.
Yeah.
So then the prosecutor shows Kenzie's social media post because there's like all these letters written to the court that are like, "Hey, be lighter on the sentencing because she's a nice, good person and a great student." And like clearly all these people are fucking lying.
No, yeah.
And so he's like, "This is who she really is." And he shows these videos and then Rosie reacts to them and she's like, "This is just what kids do."
Yeah.
I actually don't want to hear anything else any of these people have to say anymore unless it's Davion's dad.
Yeah.
Like,
no.
He's gonna be the only person I want to hear talk.
My kids don't do that.
And Davion's sister. So during her witness impact statement, she asks for the max sentence. She's like, "Davion was my defender, like my best friend, my brother. He was with me every day.
Yeah.
And he should still be here, blah, blah, blah." Then Kenzie's mom gets up and she tells the court, again, she's already been found guilty and you're not supposed to talk facts of the case specifically to the judge.
Right.
Because that's not the point of these.
Right.
And she's like, "It was an accident." And and the judge is like, "We disagree.
Right.
It's not an accident."
Yeah.
And And then she says to her, I'm hearing a lot about your daughter and not much about the victims.
Mm-hmm.
And then she was like, oh, no, no, Dom. Like, we love Dom and we're so sorry.
Yeah.
And then she goes, and Davion, he was a new friend. And the judge goes, so his life didn't matter?
Yeah.
And she gets so flustered
Mm-hmm.
that she just walks away.
Yeah.
I was like, why why her defense attorney let that happen
No.
makes absolutely no fucking sense to me.
She just, I'm assuming he gave her the correct advice and she just fucking took it her own way. That's what I choose to believe.
Yeah. So then the judge says that, so the judge makes a comment that I found really interesting, and I wanted to talk about it just a little bit. The judge says there's a very good likelihood you will spend the rest of your life in prison,
Mm-hmm.
and that Mackenzie will not be out in 15 years.
Right.
And I feel like she's saying, based on who you are as a person,
Mm-hmm.
you are going to get a lot of, like, you're going to get in a lot of trouble
Right.
in prison.
Yeah.
Because you've never had to be accountable.
Yeah.
Like, I kind of feel like that's what the judge is saying without
Mhm.
actually saying those words.
Right.
Do you agree?
I agree.
Because,
Oh, yeah, because she was like, I'm giving you the 15 to life because I know you're not just going to spend 15 in prison.
yeah, like, I think it's interesting to have a judge basically say, like, you will not be rehabilitated.
Yeah.
Like, you're going to be the shitty person you are today for the rest of your life.
Yeah. I believe that.
Have you seen the TikTok videos?
No, I
the
haven't
people
seen the TikTok video.
or the Instagram videos where people who were in jail with her
Oh, yeah, I
have
have
been
seen.
talking
Yeah. Yeah.
about how she, like, is thriving in there
Yeah.
because it's high school.
Yeah.
And she just gets to be the meat girl.
Yeah.
And her parents buy her all the nicest foods and
Yeah. Give her money for commissary and all this. Yeah.
so then Kenzie comes back on the screen and I'm annoyed again. And she's trying these, like, attempting to make these very performative tears.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, crocodile tearing, like, she's really trying to milk the tear out. And I'm like, girl,
Yeah.
we all know that's fake.
Yeah.
Like, anyone with eyeballs knows that
Mhm.
you're not actually crying.
Yeah.
And then she does that where she's like, I can't believe this is happening to me. And then the documentarian's like, okay, like, do you have any last words? This bitch immediately stops crying, voice changes completely, looks over at her attorney who's been there the whole time, and goes, was that good?
They're completely clueless. I don't.
The lack of self-awareness and just
Yeah.
overall tone deafness
Toned-
in the whole thing.
Yeah.
I forgot. I was in such a frenzy. Dude, he shows videos of her dressed up like a corpse
Oh, yeah.
for the Halloween after she killed 2 fucking people.
Yeah. So she killed July 31st, and
Yeah.
then this was August or October.
Halloween.
Yeah.
She's going out
Yeah. She's
dressed up like a corpse.
Yeah.
And her dad, in the interview with the documentary,
Mhm.
wearing a boom shirt.
Mhm.
You couldn't pick a different fucking shirt, bro?
Yeah. And then he said in that other interview, he was like, I don't know why everyone's making such a big deal. It's just a shirt. Like, I wasn't trying to say anything about it. And I'm like, dude, come on.
Read the
Think.
dude.
Use your brain for once.
And then she's like, I just really want to make, like, you know, that's not my character and this wasn't intentional.
Yeah.
Okay. And then Kenzie's parents come back on the screen and they're talking about how they're fighting for Kenzie and that they claim to have ironclad evidence that refutes what they said in court.
Yeah.
And then they go and talk about these text messages that show her talking to Dom's mom about Dom
Yeah.
being manipulative or all these
Right.
things. And I'm like, do you think for a second that you have access to text messages that they didn't have access to?
Right.
That your fucking attorney didn't have access to?
Yeah.
Like, in what world would you
Mm-hmm.
have this knowledge and power that
Right.
you have access? What?
They don't.
It just, it makes no sense.
No, they don't have anything.
It's so nonsensical. So Kenzie goes through the appeal process. Her first one's denied, and her first parole hearing will be in September of 2037.
Yeah.
And Davion's family, being Davion's family,
Mm-hmm.
they set up a barber school scholarship in his name to honor him because
Yeah.
he was starting barber school
Yeah.
in that fall.
Yeah.
And that's the crash. And I want to hear more about what her dad said. What did he say?
No, I can't remember things off the top of my head now. I didn't write them down. I was just watching it casually. But it was just him. He was talking about how, the weed didn't matter. Of course, I liked all the posts. I support my daughter.
What?
Yeah, like all of these things. And like, you don't know our family dynamic and just all this
Oh,
stuff.
it's just more.
It's just more, it's the same. Yeah. Yeah. And that he's still going to fight for her and they're not giving up on her and blah, blah, blah. And then I listened to, a bunch of recordings from jail.
Uh-huh.
And the mom, they're just like talking like regular people. I don't think I could do that to my kid. Like, I think I would support my kid as best as I knew how during something like this, but I wouldn't be laughing and talking about soap and sending money for different foods because she didn't like the food. And like, that just wouldn't happen with me.
I listened to one call where she's talking about like this girl is all agitated and talking to herself.
Yeah.
And Mackenzie is being such a fucking brat about it and so rude.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's her true character.
Yeah.
Like, rather than, and I know it's jail and like everyone's annoying, but she just is like, this fucking little bitch, like, keeps talking to herself and it's so annoying. Like, she just can't stop thinking about it. And I'm like,
didn't they say that she had a brain trauma? And then Mackenzie was like, oh, well, if I would have known that, that would have been different.
I know. I don't know.
Or did I just make that up?
I have no idea.
No, I don't know. But I feel like I saw that somewhere.
Maybe. But like, regardless.
Yeah.
Like, it takes nothing to just ignore something.
Yeah.
Like, I just felt like it showed, like, those jail calls really show her.
Oh, yeah.
Her true character.
Oh, yeah.
And
she has no remorse.
None.
She's just talking to her mom like, oh, how long do you think I'm going to be in here for? And then the other recording, her mom was like, yeah, so and so called, and she's like, well, what about this person and this person? And she's like, yeah, I did call. No, but she was like, yeah, they did call to see, and she's like, yeah, they're gonna stick by me, and like this person will stick by me, and like I'm still gonna have them as a friend, and then this one maybe not, but like she's talking about all these people. I'm like, you're in there for 15 to life, girl. You think anyone's gonna stick around and remember who the fuck you are in a year? No. Your story's gonna get buried, and no one's ever gonna hear about you again.
Yeah. She was like excited when international news was picking up the story, and she was like, maybe Kim Kardashian will come.
What? Insane.
What?
Yeah.
So, in case you haven't gathered, I think she fucking did it.
Yep.
And I hope she rots forever.
I think she did it too. I think if she would have won with a jury trial, she would have been not convicted of murder.
I don't think so.
I do. Because if I was on that jury, I don't think I could convict her of murder without a reasonable doubt. There was doubt in my mind.
Really?
Yeah. That's why I said we're going to differ on this.
I think that the prosecutor would have had a much harder time for a jury trial.
Yeah. I
think so.
I don't think she would have been convicted.
And I think that they really could have angled like her being young and conventionally attractive, like to help her.
Yeah.
I mean, because there's all these like free Kenzie pages where people are like, she's too pretty to be in jail and blah, blah, blah. Like, you could really leverage. Yeah. I didn't realize like only ugly people went to jail. Who knew? But like, you could really leverage that. So I agree. I think that they would have had a much harder time prosecuting her had she chose a jury trial.
Yeah. She may have gotten like manslaughter, but I don't think she would have been convicted of murder times 2.
I don't think, yeah, I just feel like the evidence against her is so much,
It
but
is. But some
but
of
then
it,
I wonder if they would have mentioned more about the like if they would have fought harder to do like a premeditation angle
hmm
by that cell phone data, like how would they have changed their
hmm
strategy?
Well, I mean, I was listening to one thing with the cell phone data. One of the guys was saying, I think it was one of the kids, the friends. He's like, we live in such a small town, and it pings off the one thing all the time. Like
Mhm.
all our cell phones ping off that one.
Yeah, but
So I don't know.
I mean, I guess I would have to like look into it more.
Yeah,
And to be honest,
I
I'm
would
not
too.
that interested in
No, no,
doing
no,
that.
not anymore. But like, I'm done with this case now
Yeah,
because
the case is done.
she's just she's beyond. But
Parents.
her parents are way beyond.
The amount of teachers online that are like, these are parents we deal with every day and students we deal with every day.
That's insane.
I'm like, dude,
Because I look at my kids and their friends, and they're
never,
nothing like that.
never,
No. I'm like, they
ever,
don't, no, we don't deal with that kind of thing on a daily basis. Like, not all kids are
never.
assholes.
Like, if my kids ever came to me, I mean, I tell my kids all the time, like, if I ever hear
hmm
that you are bullying someone,
Yeah.
you're
Yeah.
gonna have a tough time, my friend,
Yeah.
because that does not fly with me.
No, me either.
Not a chance.
No.
Not a chance.
Nope.
Anyways,
But
I hope she rots.
she is where she deserves to be.
Yep. All right. Bye. That
Bye.
was a